Following on from the success of their Resident Evil games, Capcom were eager to branch out to a different style of game while retaining similar gameplay that would appeal to Resident Evil fans. They came up with Dino Crisis, described by critics as a Jurassic Park meets Resident Evil style of game, and it's very hard to not see the similarities. 4 agents, Regina, Rick, Gale and Cooper, are en route to Ibis Island to apprehend Dr. Kirk, who is said to be working on a secret weapons project. During a parachute descent, Cooper is blown off course and promptly gets munched on by a T-Rex. The other 3 arrive at the facility only to find it deserted and what appears to be signs of battle. It soon becomes clear that dinosaurs are the cause, having been brought forward in time by Dr. Kirk's experiment with a new energy source called Third Energy. The player will control Regina throughout the game as she attempts to find Dr. Kirk and then escape the island alongside Rick and Gale. Dino Crisis utilises a very similar game system to Resident Evil with a few small changes. The games look very similar, although Dino Crisis employs a different style of graphics. Dino Crisis also allows you to move while aiming your gun, use tranquilizers instead of live ammunition, and the use of hemostats that don't heal but will stop Regina from bleeding. This is a pretty nifty feature actually, as the dinosaurs will smell the blood trail and come running. Dino Crisis has an interesting enough story. The mad scientist angle isn't exactly fresh, but the idea that an energy source would bring dinosaurs through time was pretty clever. It's hard not to like that the 3 surviving agents are often at loggerheads with each other, particularly Gale and Rick, who spend most of the game arguing and trying to get Regina to side with one of them.
10 minutes until this section is sealed off.
We'd better get moving. We've bypassed the door lock and we're on our way out.
That's great, but the entire underground area is crawling with dinosaurs. You'll never be able to make it through there.
Don't sweat it. I'll take them all out one by one if I have to.
Brilliant plan, fearless leader, but I have a better one. These readouts tell me there's an emergency escape hatch in the dock's private quarters. You should be able to make a clean break to there.
Are you sure?
Yeah, but there's one problem. The hatch is password locked through the mother system.
Forget it. If you can't crack the code before the dinosaurs rush in, we'll be completely trapped.
I know. You just have to trust me.
I don't.
Fine. What about you, Chief?
Make your choice.
These are branching points in the story where you have to side with one of them. They don't affect the ending in any way. There is one final decision at the end of the game that can alter the ending that you actually get. There are 3 in total. Then you get the quality of the voice acting in Dino Crisis. Very impressive stuff, especially if you're used to the Resident Evil style. All the characters suffer from the over-gesturing that features so heavily in these games, but it's easy to overlook it as the action survival side of the game is so much fun. So you might be thinking, how do dinosaurs work as enemies? Surely as human you would have no chance against a T-Rex or even a raptor. And the key here is running. A lot of the facility has laser style shutters that can turn on and off to escape chasing dinosaurs. If you do stand and fight, be prepared to go through some ammo and take some damage. There are no easy fights in Dino Crisis, and survival is the name of the game. And there is an amount of variety within the dinosaurs, but it's not something you're really going to notice. Any concern about the threat of the dinos only gets heightened when you first have to deal with a T-Rex. You will have a number of running battles of him, leading to a final boss fight, and all of them require a level head and planning.
Intruder detected at port. Lockdown in progress.
The most frustrating thing about Dino Crisis is actually the difficulty of some of the puzzles, requiring you to really think hard and read the material given. This is more prevalent than when trying to work out passwords for doors, and you may end up reaching for the internet instead of just hurting your brain. It's a great game that can proudly stand on its own 2 feet. Its comparisons to Resident Evil are there to see, but it offers an interesting story with a much more survival-themed direction. Its locations are hardly the most interesting of places to explore, but never knowing what's around the corner is nerve-wracking. The game has some fiendishly difficult puzzles that will frustrate rather than entertain, and sometimes you may feel like you're running away a little bit too much.
You okay, Regina?
Where's Gale?
I don't know. Haven't heard a word from him. What's he doing? Finally. You know, I had a really bad feeling about this mission. All things considered, it could have been a lot worse.
That's odd. Something must have those animals spooked.